Hi everybody, let's talk about research grants, not the IRL ones, but the ones that you can get in-game. The ones right now that are available in the following places. First of all, the double track, but mainly the Battlegrounds Season 29. However, the most easiest ones to get are the ones that you can just get with Mysterium currently. You can for the month, you can buy 5 with the cost of 15,000 Mysterium. Always remember to have about 15,000 Mysterium held back just in case to buy. And you'll be buying this for the June month, the July month, the August month, and September months as well from that, as confirmed by this image right here. Because you might be like, well, I've got sufficient information here. Well, you do and you don't at the same time when it comes to these research grants. Some things that you'll have to kind of understand that if you miss off on them, they are quite important of a thing to miss off. When you buy these bundles, so this bundle will be available, I would assume, in September, because it will take you to September in order to farm. Kabam, of course, gave us the indication of how long it would actually take. If you look at this right here, Kabam have said that by the month of September, you're up to 110 research grants. This gives you a very small margin for error when it comes to picking out that. And of course, to the volume of research grants as well for a spending perspective. Yes, by the end of it, you can get 100. And of course, 100 will get you that 7-star Mr. Fantastic. One thing unclear at this moment in time is, are you able to get twice as much? And I know there will be players out there that will be buying the daily, weekly, and possibly monthly deals. And we'll talk about the implications of that, because that could be something that, again, tops you up. Especially if you're not interested in doing half the stuff that Kabam have got in store for us. Of course, to do research grants, to get yourself a Mr. Fantastic, you'll have to do all of the things that are mentioned. So you will have to do, and I have to mention it again, you will have to do the Rebirth event. For those that are Paragon and above, the Rebirth event, which I'm not quite sure what it is, I think that the Future Foundation event might be associated with this new 2-star competitive mode thing that's coming. I might be wrong with that one. But let's face it, whatever these events are, it covers and garnishes, well, mainly the Rebirth event, is 30 research grants. You cannot miss it. You have to do it. It's always disappointing to say you have to do something, but at least you have decisions to miss out some very grindy things. Like if you are a certain player that doesn't have a lot of time, then you might be like, okay, well, I don't have the time to do Battlegrounds. Well, you can miss out 2 seasons, like season 32, for example. Season 32 is in more of a September time, so you can, if I can grab my arrow, there we go. Then you can go like, okay, well, I don't want to grind that through September. Well, that's fine. You could actually miss off season 32 and season 31 and still have the relevant 100 farmed and have that time off. Maybe you will. Maybe you won't. Maybe you cannot stand incursions. Although the rewards are pretty good for what is pretty straightforward content, you could miss off that. Just solely that. There's special gameplay objectives. If for whatever reason it's difficult, you can miss off that. There's also missing off the Alliance War Showcase. You could miss off that if you wanted to. And then miss off something like a season of Alliance season, Battlegrounds season 32. It makes no sense to kind of like give up on the Traders Outpost or like purchases, because you don't have to do anything. It's no effort. It's easier to grab them and miss off something you have to put a lot of effort into. But the impact of missing these things is very severe. And how you top up that is going to have to be money, right? We'll go over some examples right now with this one. Let's just get this better into shot. There we go. So, as we said, giving some of those examples, just simply missing off some big things. I mean, if you miss off the Rebirth event, whatever that is, 80 you're down to. So you'll have to top up yourself with what is 20 times 4.99. And we'll do that right now. Bring the calculator in. 20 times 4.99, because that's how many daily deals. So effectively you'll be spending shy of $100, just about $100, just before $100, to top yourself up and get that 7-star version. If you miss off the opportunity, I missed off the opportunity with Dark Phoenix. Phoenix, 7-star. Yeah, I'm gutted about that. Of course I am. But that's on me. That's my fault. I could have done it if I just pulled my finger out and did one more thing to get one more Dark Plume and then push myself in Battlegrounds season. But that's on me. You know, but it's not. It's no skin off my nose. I couldn't really be bothered. And I think I'm more interested with 7-star Mr. Fantastic. He's been in the history of my channel, and I've used him in the past. Does he need a buff? Maybe. Just depends on the rotation. Nice crits on him as well. Oh, check out his arse. Nice crits. Hot Fuzz references. Right. So if you miss off that, you don't want to miss off that. You want to keep that. The damage is more severe if you are a Valiant. If you're below a Paragon player. If you're below a Paragon player, it strips out a lot of those research grants from various different types of events. You can see it right now. Ignore the month thing. I've boosted up the month thing side of things. Ignore that. I think for ease, I'm just going to do this. There we go. There we go. Makes it easier. Just remove the months. But yes, the amount you can get is 25. So the legwork has to be done with a top up of, and it's a lot more expensive if we're talking. If we're talking, then you have to like top up with daily deals, 4.99 times. What's that? 75? Yeah, that's $374 to catch up. Over $374 to catch up on a 7-star. Providing as a uncollected player, you can actually uncollected plus you can, or Paragon below, you can actually purchase it, because I don't know 100% if it's open to everyone to get. Like, it might be locked for the progression. So that's another concern, because you could highly invest in and find out that it's not worth it at the end because you're not able to purchase. Okay, with all that said as well, if you are a player that's looking to, let's go to the web store here. If you're looking to like top up, there is the Fantastic Key bundle. It's not good for a financial return. There's better return if you go elsewhere, because you get 3 research grants, and theoretically in the dailies you get more research grant. Let's just double check that. Yeah, you get a better return on your research grants, which you get in there in the Valiant. You get there in the Valiant Weekly, Paragon Daily. It's there. Let's see, Thronebreaker Daily. It's there. Cavalier Daily. It's there. Anything lower than that, Grandmaster. It's there. So yeah, you get more of a return on your for money spent to research grant return, and that's something that you might have to do. If you just bring the calculator back in again, another kind of forewarning is if there was a dupe available. Let's just assume there's a dupe available with the research grants, and you would need 90, wouldn't you, if you were doing all of them? I mean, you would do 9. You would do the 110 to make sure you bought 90's worth, because that means getting those 10 research grants saves you $49 to $50 effectively. So 90 times 4.99 is 449. So you'd still, if you're getting a dupe of that Mr. Fantastic, it would still cost you $500, which weirdly enough, I think was close to what was the other deal that was available. Like the, the tiered deal that's on at the moment, that one right there. Anyway, that's going to be it for the video. We've covered all needs to be covered. We've covered the sums if you want to like catch up. We've also covered the sums if you want to look for a dupe, assuming there's a dupe available. Nothing to that kind of effect is mentioned by Kabam. Research grants available daily, blah, 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 blah. Now, it doesn't really give any indication, but with the gems that you get as an extra, can be quite helpful. And yeah, the other good thing is you only need 20 of the 25 as an uncollected player to get yourself the 6-star version with the 3 to 4 gem. Nice. Not too bad. Thank you very much for watching this video. Check out some other content located on screen. See you in the next one. Bye.